Hey guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your host, Kirby Kid.
And Black Superman.
Also known as David Clark.
And Walter Bryant.
And this is our top 10 things we hate about Naruto.
Yeah, we're actually going to keep them to 10.
We're going to try. Basically, now that the series is over, we can look at it in its entirety. And the rage is real. The rage is real. That's all I can say. What's number 10?
Okay, number 10. Number 10 is Sakura.
Sakura. What's number 9?
No, we're gonna talk about
this.
Look, Sakura
sucks.
Is she's female. She's got a bunch of power, and she sucks.
And she didn't grow at all.
Well, no, she got the super upgrade.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, as a character, as a person, she didn't grow at all.
Well, she's still the same bratty little girl who's still following the guy trying to murder her.
And then she's like, I'll make sure that one day I'm not standing behind you guys. You're still standing behind them.
And then she stood there staring the rest of the fight.
Rest of the fight, except for at the very end where she got that one hit, and she's like, "We're both women. Don't underestimate me." It's like that wasn't necessary. That just makes you both look weak. Like,
she did save both of their lives though.
Yeah,
but you know what? They didn't show which life she saved first. Now you know whose life she should have saved first.
Naruto.
You know who she probably did save first.
Sasuke. Well, see, the thing is, I don't think Naruto was actually in danger of dying, though.
Well, I don't either.
Yeah, but I think Sasuke was like, I'm about to die. I have no arm right now. My blood is gone.
And he still should have had to wait.
Right, exactly. But no, so she didn't grow at all. She had a chance to kill Sasuke after she was like, I'm going to do it. I had this poison kunai. I'm going to do it. And Sasuke's like she was there for so long. He's like, I see you. Let me just give me the kunai. Cool. Now I'm gonna hit you with it.
And Naruto had to save her from that,
and got poisoned in the process.
Yeah.
She's
terrible.
She's not a good character. And I don't know if maybe she's written maybe Kishimoto sees most women that way. And to be frank, I know a lot of women who are that way.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But
I also know some really strong, smart women.
They were not in the series.
No,
they were not. They were nowhere to be found. The closest thing we have is Hinata and Tamari.
Yeah, and let's face it, Hinata, she was as powerful as she could be, and as loyal as she was. She wasn't really written as a very useful woman either.
No, but Tamari was though.
Tamari was.
I loved in during the Get Back Sasuke arc in part 1 where Shikamaru was like, I can't hold this any longer. Chakra's not running out. And she just drops down like, hey, what's up? Oh, she's gonna kill you? Okay, let me just level a forest real quick. And she just destroyed it. The Mizukage.
Oh, yeah.
She was awesome.
She's awesome.
She's like, wow, you're really hot, and I would love to sleep with you. But real quick, though, I'm going to melt you because you are an enemy. Like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay,
so what we learned here is that you do actually have the ability to write a good, strong character for a woman. You just don't.
You just don't do it. Like Conan, I really hated how Kishimoto treated her because
her powers were epic.
Her powers were epic. Logically, most people shouldn't be able to beat her unless they have some sort of water or fire. Logically, and she should have beat Obito. The way that was set up.
She did beat Obito.
Yeah, she killed him. He used Itadaki. He was dead. And I hate that when she's like, oh good, he must be, and he appeared behind her, dead, right? And I'm like, no, see, that's not fair though. You should have ran away because you just got your butt whooped.
Now real quick, Ninja Turtles, Splinter was fighting all 4 of the turtles, and he beat them down, and then they were like, dude, that wasn't fair. And he goes, what's fair? I won. But that said, Obito lost.
I think she should put up enough for 10 minutes of consecutive explosions.
Obito lost.
Yeah. If at any rate, Conan should have escaped and got to Konoha to be like, this is what's going on. And then Obito, they should have made Obito have to come into Konoha to get the body of Pain. That's what should have happened.
Yeah.
Not just, I'm just going to kill you and then you're all paneled and that's it. That was horrible. Sakura.
Okay. So, number 9. Sasuke's still alive.
He should not be alive ever. Not just because we hate him, but because he's actually a criminal. He's actually a criminal, like a super criminal, who you can't trust. And we all know, thanks to the second Hokage, that the Sharingan eye brain damage you. So
no, you have to, but you have to be brain damaged.
Oh, right, to get it right, and the more brain damaged you are, the stronger it gets. And he's currently the strongest Sharingan user alive. You know, Madara was good for a while too. He was good long enough to become friends with Hashirama and found the Leaf Village. And what happened later?
He went a little crazy
and tried to kill everybody.
Yeah, well, no. Sasuke tried to kill everybody more than once.
Yeah. I mean,
and told them, and like even in the final battle with Naruto shows up and he's like, "Look, you helped us out. Everything's all good. Come back home." He's like, "No, I'm going to protect the village by terrorizing it."
Right, and then he just took all. First of all, he had to take all that chakra just to be even with Naruto, who's been fighting for like 30 years straight. Like he had not slept at all. But anyways, though,
and it died.
And what I think should have happened with that was that as thanks for him helping save the world, because he was instrumental to that, they should have said, "Great, you get to live. However, we're taking your eyes out of your head, and you're going to be in prison for the rest of your life." Or you can be free, and you have no eyes. Because you can't fix that brain. Have you seen his brain? It's awful.
No, but I've seen what he does with his brain. That's awful.
Yeah. So they should definitely just... I think that they should have taken his eyes from him, or somehow sealed it like they do with the caged bird seal. Mm-hmm. And like, fine, you're still a ninja for us. You still work for us, but there's no Sharingan or Rinnegan for you ever. Because you don't do good things with it. Yeah. I mean, because the whole world won't end dead. Yeah. But the Six Hokage, and let's be honest, more likely it was Naruto standing behind the Six Hokage, which convinced them, okay, let's not piss off the Nine-Tailed Fox. Let's just not do that. It's not a good option.
Yeah, considering the other Eight Tails can't win against him.
Nah. And the other Eight Tails like him.
Yeah. So and now they're all giving him power.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna not do this.
So yeah, Sasuke still being alive is a problem. And him being able to walk around, given a prosthetic and, being able to come and go as he pleases is not realistic in the slightest.
But he doesn't get the prosthetic, though. He was offered it.
I hear he has it in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That he left right then, but I hear he gets his left arm back. Or his right arm back.
That's terrible.
Or whatever arm he lost.
Oh, yeah.
Left arm, yeah, whatever. So, but, even if he doesn't get his arm back, it's only because he turned it down. Not because they didn't offer it. Remember, he said, he didn't want to wait. He's like, "No, it's cool. I'm just gonna leave." Mm-hmm. Because they don't use hand signs anymore, so he doesn't need an arm. they just do things now like wizards. What's next?
Oh goodness, the copy jutsu is gone.
Yeah, remember when the Sharingan used to copy jutsus, and that was really scary, and they could predict your movements, which was how Kakashi was able to use Chidori. Yeah, they just stopped doing that. They just think about it. If they actually had that ability, you know how much harder a lot of fights would have been?
If he had that ability in the final fight, do you know how much easier that fight would have been?
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been. And also, side note, how do you surprise an all-powerful being who has the Byakugan? Just saying. Just want to put that out there, Sakura. There's no reason that should happen. But anyways, though, yeah. They just never brought that up again. After he copied Rock Lee's taijutsu, they never brought up the copy wheel.
And remember, I think when Kakashi first even gets introduced, they call him Kakashi the Copy Ninja. They call him Kakashi of the Sharingan,
right?
But they're like Kakashi the Copy Ninja. Yeah. They never even call him the Copy Ninja anymore.
They just call him
of the Sharingan.
Yeah, Kakashi, or just Kakashi, and then it's like implied that he's amazing. They forgot. Because the copy wheel alone made that dangerous. That was already enough. Because that kept it on par with the Byakugan.
Yeah, but I guess, then again, if you've got something like Rasengan, and, you don't have to do anything other than stick your hand up in the air and do it, then, what's there to copy?
Well, that's what made that Naruto's killer move. It couldn't be copied. But then Kishimoto saw that in the ratings, Sasuke was going up. So he's like, hey, Sharingan now has all this BS around it. And I'm going to give everybody else nothing to compete. Like, basically, the only way to beat Sharingan is to just outright outlast them.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's next?
Okay. Jiraiya never came back.
Okay, Jiraiya and Hisame.
Yeah, everybody else came back to life. Everybody came back to life. Mm-hmm. The old men came back to life. Hell, one old man never died.
Which one?
Not the Mizukage, the Tsuchikage.
Yeah, he never died.
He never died. He's like 145,000 years old.
Yeah,
and
he can't open his eyes at this point. Like he's out. Like nature is saying, you need to die. You shouldn't be around anymore. But
he's still there. But Jiraiya, like the most powerful.
His body was at the bottom of a lake. We have freaking space ninjas, but we can't get. We don't have lake technology yet.
He willed himself back to life to write Naruto a note. Nobody could bring him back.
So I mean that's a huge. I mean there's don't get us wrong. There are a lot of things we have that we think are wrong with Naruto.
And believe me, we're gonna get to them. But I mean this Jiraiya, that is a really glaring problem for me. I mean you brought back Naruto's father, but you didn't bring back the guy who actually raised him.
Cut open the stomach of the death god to make sure they could have that all 4 Hokage moment. And not Jiraiya. See, Jiraiya, if you were trying to mess Naruto's mind up, Jiraiya would have been the way to do it.
Absolutely.
Because he'd have been like, no,
I can't hit you.
And Jiraiya would be like, man up. And then Naruto would be like, oh, okay, I'm good now. By the way, missed opportunity. They could have had all 4 Hokages plus Tsunade and Naruto line up together at some point for a fight.
They could have.
That was a huge missed opportunity to have the line of Hokages there.
I noticed how you said 4 Hokages and Tsunade.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 Hokages, Tsunade, and the future Hokage. Yeah.
And the almost Hokage.
Oh, Kakashi?
No, not Kakashi.
Oh, Tsunade?
He becomes Hokage.
Yeah, but he's not even a threat. He's not. Like, compared to the level where Naruto stands, he's not a threat.
And why does he become the 6th Hokage?
I'm going to assume
Naruto... Did Obito go Super Ghost over
and says,
Tsunade?
He's like, Hokage. No, I think what happens is Naruto says he's not ready. I think that's...
So they give it to Kakashi?
Because they know Kakashi's going to give it to Naruto.
Give it to Guy.
If he turns it down, that's all you can do. And Guy apparently still only has one leg, even though that's pretty much all he needs to destroy anyone. But we don't know. We'll find out in the movie why he becomes Hokage. I'm sure it'll be some BS, though. But anyways, though, I don't know what we were talking about.
We were talking about Jiraiya not coming back.
Oh my god, Jiraiya not coming back. That was stupid. That was dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
That was dumb. What's next?
Hashtag Super Ghost.
Hashtag Super Ghost. Okay, here's the problem with that. Death has to mean something. But no, Obito just comes back and gets power-ups. But that's not even the worst offender. The Sage of Six Paths just decides that death no longer applies.
Dude,
and comes back.
And he comes back from the beginning of freaking time. like I mean, there's not even a time limit. He goes back from the beginning of time and goes, you know what? I've been waiting for this moment. I'm here to chill with y'all.
And I'm doing chakra moves now, and I need more chakra. Like, dude, you're not even a living thing.
And then, why does he look evil?
And then, why was he sitting there the whole time watching everything happening in the Naruto universe and just like, you know what? I'm going to play out.
He decides, look, before this fight even happens, okay, I can almost imagine that his mom comes back and somehow her chakra brings him back or whatever. He stopped and talked to Naruto before any of that. He explained this whole thing to Naruto while Naruto's hanging out in the astral plane.
Yeah. And then why would you give both powers to Naruto and Sasuke?
Why not just give them both to Naruto?
Exactly. The way you end the cycle of hatred is you take out one side of the equation. Especially when one side of the equation is brain damaged. You can't fix that. You can't. Because the more they have this going on, the more this is all screwed up here.
Well, apparently the medical ninjas can't handle it, so...
I hate them so much. Super Ghost is such a problem. Because that also destroyed the notion of chakra. Which was half physical, half spiritual. Nah, it's just whatever.
Okay.
What's next?
Okay, so see, these two are kind of combined. Hard work doesn't matter because fate rules.
Rock Lee and Neji Hyuga. This is why this is a huge problem. Because Rock Lee never won a fight. Ever. Didn't get the girl he wanted. And Neji was right. Fate decides everything. Because Naruto was the child of fate. His father was Hokage. Because remember, Neji said, those who are meant to be Hokage were chosen long before they were born. Mm-hmm. You can't fight against them. He's like, no, your dad was Hokage. Your teacher was taught by Hokage and was offered the Hokage spot himself. And your bloodline is directly linked to every Kage.
Oh, and by the way, you're also the most powerful person on the planet.
You have that too. So, and you were foretold. You were also the reincarnation of the Sage Pass son. You got literally everything that can go for you. You have.
Except for you're not that bright.
Neji was right. No. And then Naruto ends up being quasi genius at the end. Have he done anything stupid?
No, he hasn't.
Not in a while.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Even his Sexy Jutsu was really effective because no one would expect that. So Neji was right. I mean, and he died believing he was wrong originally.
we start out this whole story with Naruto actually saying, "I'm going to be Hokage," and everyone tells him, "Nope, it's not possible."
But it's totally possible.
Yeah, because your hard work, it does not matter. You suck. And then it turns out that everybody in the village knew that his father was the fourth Hokage. Mm-hmm. Everybody.
Yeah.
So y'all told him it'll never happen because you have no chance, knowing that he's got the direct bloodline of the Hokage in him.
Well, to be fair, they were probably afraid of him using the nine-tailed fox.
And I can understand that. But what I'm saying is, it's almost like, and it may be that this is the case, they just didn't want him to succeed because they were afraid of what he would be if he succeeded.
Right, because then they've been treating him wrong all those times.
Yeah.
You know? But, so yeah, hard work meant nothing. And I can almost see it. As Neji was dying, he's like, Naruto. He's like, yeah, Neji, I was right. I was so right. You showed up on the battlefield like a glowing god. I was so right. I hate you.
Except for that Naruto never told him any of that. No one ever told him any of that. Neji's not privy to any of that. So he's like,
when someone shows up looking like a glowing golden god, you can figure it out.
I was so wrong. I can't believe how wrong I was.
You know he was pissed in the afterlife.
When he found out.
He was like, I should have been cold-hearted. I would have lived. I could have done it. But yeah, so hard work means nothing. Rock Lee was basically just thrown out, and Neji was right.
Actually, that was like 3 of them all thrown into one.
What was the other one?
Rock Lee can't win.
Why? He's so good.
I mean, he's a great character. He's full of life and power and
youth.
And he's got the 8 gates. And then he lost every fight. He didn't get Sakura. You know what? At least Naruto got a kiss.
Did Guy win any fights?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. He beat Kisame.
He did,
and he beat him to the pole.
And also in like one of the flashbacks, he almost beat Kakashi. Like,
let's be fair, he literally could have beat Kakashi at any point in time. At literally any point in time. I mean, as they were born, he's like, I'm already stronger than you are.
Well,
he punched Madara's ribs out.
Kakashi's dad told him that.
Yeah, he's better than you.
Ha ha ha! Like, no, he's better than you are.
Right, exactly. Because strength recognizes strength. And he's like, son, you're going to need some help. You need to get a magical eye to help you out with everything because you're not good enough on your own. Like, Kakashi is really good for regular ninjas.
Yeah.
The Sharingan was all he had that let him hit above his weight class. He can't do that anymore.
I mean, really, realistically speaking, apparently the Leaf is like the pinnacle of all ninjas.
In everything.
And he's like middle class in the Leaf. So that makes him awesome everywhere else. It's like the Leaf was America.
Right. And everywhere else is just everywhere else.
Yeah.
But like, though, it's like maybe in the last movie we're gonna find out that Kakashi has a large chakra pool. Because the Sharingan being unnaturally implanted to him was always draining even when it was off. And so that's why he had low reserves. Mm. He may actually have a lot of chakra reserves. Because remember, like as soon as Naruto got the QB settled away, he got a lot better too because he didn't have anything messing with his chakra.
Yeah.
So maybe, because maybe Kakashi will be able to do a little better now without that constant drain on him.
We will see. Yeah.
I mean, the third Hokage did it without a bloodline. Yeah, he did it. He was kind of Shinobi. He did pretty good. I mean, Chidori is useless now.
But he's like Kakashi though.
I know. All right, so what's next?
The coolest guy.
Oh my god. Okay, this is the part where I don't even remember how the setup was because like the line upset me so much I forgot it.
Let me see if I can remember this and set it up for you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, So we're getting Madara is out there and he's talking about how he's gonna rule the ninja world and blah blah blah, and how he used Obito and Obito was a sad sack, and then Naruto goes, "How dare you talk about him this way? Obito was the coolest guy." Yeah. The guy who tried to murder well everybody.
He is the reason for almost everything bad in Naruto's life. He made the QB attack, which is why everyone hates him. He killed his mom, threatened to kill him, killed the third Hokage's wife, made his dad die.
Formed the Akatsuki.
Formed the Akatsuki, which killed Gaara, all the other Jinchuriki, killed Asuma, killed Jiraiya. Who hasn't, like, who in Naruto's life who has died or been attacked, who was not influenced by Obito? The only one I can think of is maybe Hinata being kidnapped by the Cloud. That's the only thing I can think of that Obito didn't have anything to do with. Because even how Zabza treated Haku, which made Naruto pissed off, even that was because the third Mizukage or the fourth Mizukage was controlled by Obito, which made the Blood Mist Village.
Yep.
So even his first enemy ever, who he felt sorry for, he only felt sorry for because of how Obito made the Hokage or made the Mizukage treat them. So who in his life was untouched by Obito?
Nobody. And the Toads. The Toads are not touched by Obito. So there you go.
They keep losing summoners because of him.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so
they keep losing summoners because of him, man. I mean,
yeah. So
and then, like right before that, he was like, when Obito was like trash talking the fourth Hokage, Naruto was like, "Don't talk about someone who did something you can't." And then 5 minutes later, he was the coolest guy. No, he wasn't. He was a psychopathic, pedophile-ish murderer guy.
Yeah, and he was also a pansy. Because let's face it, look,
God.
A girl you liked who was in love with somebody else died when you were 12 years old. You are now 60. Get over it.
You was a grown man now. All right,
get over it. It's done.
And like, why are you doing this? Because Rin. No, like Kakashi should have been like, no, sir. I'm actually going to deny that claim there. That you are a full-grown 27-ish-year-old man. What are you doing pining after a 12-year-old? And I like how they made it so that he was a kid in the afterlife, because to make it palatable
and not gross.
Because everyone else, when they died, they were just them on the other side. No one became a child. And I know usually death is shown like it's like in death people are a child because like like they're pure and innocent now. He just got done killing a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes ago, he was killing everybody he could get his hands on.
And why does he get to go to heaven?
Okay, look, he's so I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Like we're Christians, and and by our beliefs, yeah, he has a chance, but he didn't even do that.
And then, how did you come back and give him both Sharingan, and then achieve Susanoo, a power that requires 2 Sharingan, a power that you never at all achieved in life, because you never had both. You don't even know what that's like. And how would Kakashi know? He's not an Uchiha. His brain don't work that way.
Yeah, he's got a normal brain.
He's got a regular, non-brain damaged brain. Ow!
Well, I don't know. Maybe he was punched in the head enough.
No. I am shutting that claim down. There's hashtag Super Ghosts.
Yeah,
hashtag Super Ghosts. Okay.
There was a lot of rage there. Okay,
what's left?
There's a couple more left. Mm-hmm. The bromance.
Okay. Look. Had Sasuke or Naruto, had either one of them been a girl, it would have made sense. Heck, even if you were in that kind of stuff, had they been gay lovers, that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Being friends? No. At the point where you try and kill me and my whole village, we stop being friends.
Yeah, look, you my brother. If you come to my house and try to murder everybody in it, we ain't friends.
I assume that's me saying we are no longer friends. Yeah. I'm assuming at that point.
Yeah, like we ain't friends. No. I'm out to kill you. And I'm sure as heck not going to come after you and ask everybody else to not kill you.
Right, exactly.
also let you try to murder me 6 or 7 times and still come back and be like, dude, are we boys now?
Right, like, are we good? Can I have friendship? No.
At the very least, you need to come back and apologize to me.
And I don't look. And then to like further show the bromance, they had them laying on top of the statues that were they somehow fell like this, like the reconciliation sign they do in training or whatever. And I'm like, first of all, the way that fell didn't make any sense because they were like 3 miles apart. And if the explosion went like this, they'd be blown outward, not inward and on top of each other. And then it was just like it was too neat. Like it wasn't good. It was like
their blood flowed into each other.
Here's good, and then like bad is not even on camera right now. It's just
their blood flowed into each other and made this little hawk sign or whatever.
That was gross. Now they're blood brothers.
Oh, good lord.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, just it was no. Like as for as much as I pan Sakura for following him around, at least she's a girl who
she's trying to get with them.
Yeah, she's like a teenage girl. Okay, so teenage girls are stupid over boys anyway. Trust me, I know this. So that being said, yeah, just no.
No, yeah,
okay.
Not even.
Which leads us to number 1.
What was number 1?
The final fight. All of it. There is nothing about the final fight that was right.
It wasn't. Not. First of all, shouldn't have happened. Not like that. It should have been like they should have freed everyone, and then they get back to the village. Everything was good, and then they have a personal tuning exam where they're like, "We're gonna settle it the way finally settle the score or whatever." And they should have had a fight like that. That would have made more sense. Not when everyone's an infinite Tsukiyomi constantly being turned into white Zetsus. You don't take. They took a day to do that fight.
Yeah,
people should have been white Zetsus by then. That was. But anyways, though, outside of the whole time, let's run to another country to fight bullcrap. Because where they were and where the Valley of the End is like an entire country away, which is some bullcrap.
They got there pretty quick too.
That's another thing. But the Naruto should have won easily, but he kept holding back even then. So
he even said in the fight, "I'm not trying to kill you. I just wanted to beat some sense into you."
But he should have. And then the fact that Sasuke had to use chakra from every tailed beast just to be on par with Naruto, who has not stopped fighting since he learned how to control Kurama back on the island with Killer Bee, is embarrassing for him. Because Sasuke is basically fresh compared to Naruto and everybody else in the war.
Yeah, not to mention the fact, okay, that final attack where Naruto is holding the Rasengan, Rasen Shuriken, is over. I mean, just, dude, you're diving.
Or even better, send a clone with a regular tiny Rasengan. And so he goes, yeah, I'm going to win. Oh, did I just burn all that chakra on that? And then, when he was out of chakra and still activated the Sharingan and Rinnegan to do the chakra pull, that was stupid. That was BS. And the fact that QB couldn't control his own chakra, that was stupid. And then when Naruto got up and punched Sasuke so hard he made a dent in the wall like 10 feet up, that should have killed him. With us as tired as he was then, that should have killed him, or that should have been it.
No, we know that, but we know that people with any kind of powers become super durable.
Right.
This is in all fiction.
Yeah, that's true. He's super durable, but still though. And then the fact that Naruto didn't have any clones elsewhere gathering sage chakra, he didn't fight like himself. You know, he
basically didn't try.
He didn't try. He didn't summon anything. He just went Megazord. And was like, yeah, we're having a Gundam fight now. And like ignored everything he's ever done. It was horrible. And this is all due to the fact that like I think Naruto would have won a lot easier if he had ever learned a second jutsu. Or sorry, a third jutsu.
Well, I mean, he learned how to make multiples of the Rasengan.
He can summon, and he can do Rasengan, which is variants is included, and Shadow Clones. That's all he's learned through this whole series.
But he's learned how to do those very well.
He's very good at them. But he could have learned to do a bunch of other crap.
And apparently he's really, really strong.
Well, that's because of Sage Chakra and all that. But, but it's like, that whole fight, like if it's really going to the death, and it's the last fight in the series, then Kishimoto, you should have shown Naruto being the one this time at the Valley of the End to stand over Sasuke at the end. That's what you should have done. Because now what you did was Naruto, from the beginning of the series where he lost the Valley of the End, is in the same exact spot he was in the new one. He's still on the ground, except now he lost an arm.
Yeah, but to be fair,
no, he tied. The protagonist of a 15-year-long series tied. Could you see, like, if Vegeta and Goku fought right now, do you really think it'd be a tie?
Nah, Vegeta is never going to catch Goku.
And that's something that should have been made evident in Naruto.
But, again, to be fair, Doc Ock became Spider-Man.
He was a better Spider-Man, though.
He really was.
He was a better Spider-Man. Doc Ock is a superior Spider-Man, which is probably where they got the name from. He's a much, much better Spider-Man. I am sad that Peter is back.
I mean, he had a better suit.
More tech. Didn't care about not killing people, which means crime was down. But anyways, though, the Naruto and Sasuke fight was... And that's the thing that we were all waiting for. For people who've been reading since the beginning, we waited 15 years.
Okay, so what?
For the climax. And
so then, would it have been better if Kishimoto had kept to his word and that fight never happened?
Honestly, I think it would have been better if the fight had never happened. If he had just agreed to go back to the village and they just moved on, because I guess that would have been more in line with the message of of peace and breaking the bonds of hatred or whatever. Is it's like, look, we're not going to do the fighting thing, because even in a friendly contest, when you lose, because you will lose, Sasuke, you will be super bitter, and then that will make you insane like it did back in the old days. So we're not going to fight. We're bros. We're going back to the village. That would have been preferable to the travesty that I was forced to read for 5 weeks. And then that last chapter where they're like, first of all, QB, if you had chakra, do some of your old QB hand crap or something. Try.
Summon 3 tails.
Try something. It just...
Go 3 tails mode.
It just... I mean, I don't think he had a chakra for that either, but...
Okay, go 1 tail mode.
But, like, Naruto should have had a clone there. That should have never... He should have never put him... Like, he's never in that spot. It's always a clone.
No, but he had to try to defeat Sasuke hand to hand in a fight that he should have won hands down very easily.
And Naruto's much physically stronger than Sasuke. He's much stronger.
Yeah. And Sasuke knew it.
And first of all, Rasengan and Chidori clash doesn't make sense. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you clashing into him willingly? Dodge. Use another move. Do something. It just seems stupid.
It was that thing that happens in fiction where this is the final attack. We both know it. We're gonna hit each other both in the face as hard as we can.
But it's never the final attack. It's always the first attack with them. Clash. I mean, it would have been better if Naruto used that chakra to go into Sage mode and do that invisible hand crap that Sasuke can't see. And so instead of hitting him, hit him in the face with it.
Yeah, because I mean, why do you teach Naruto how to do things 100 issues ago
and forget,
and then never do it
again?
Sage
mode lost all relevance.
Yeah, like, okay, the day that you had him have 3 clones sitting on a pillar collecting Sage chakra so that he could keep going back into Sage mode, and then you didn't do this in this final battle, wiped it out.
And now he can enter it in basically instantly now. So what he should have did was when he saw Sasuke absorbing chakra, he should have did the same thing he did to Pain when Pain was absorbing it and go into Sage mode. And then Sasuke with his arm would have started turning into stone. And then Naruto could have like broken the stone off before it turned totally into stone and be like, yeah, I win. You have no arm. That's it. It's stupid. It just Sage mode was supposed to be there for a reason, and it wasn't.
So much.
And had he summoned the frogs, which by the way could work with him now to allow him permanent Sage mode because the QB is now on his side. If he had summoned those 2 frogs, he could have played with Sasuke all day until he tired out. And yeah, so we're not happy at all with Naruto. I'm actually kind of glad that we have a break until spring, because part 3 is a whole another pile of bull crap. That's gonna be a whole other rage train we gotta catch.
Right.
But
we also still have some honorable mentions. Like the fact that even though we are basically told that Naruto and Hinata are together, we never actually see it.
Never see it. Now, we're supposed to see it in the movie because the whole movie is supposed to be about them getting together and getting it on. But I guarantee you, he's going to disappoint us somehow. Kishima's going to find a way to screw us over. He's studying right now. How can I make them upset and ruin their happiness? That's a little pet peeve. Some people not getting like a pairing. Like everyone has kids and crap now, which means they're probably like almost in their 30s. But like Shino's alone, Kakashi's alone, Ten just sitting there doing nothing.
To be fair, Kakashi's kind of a pervert.
How is Neji still dead though? With all the resurrections we've had, why? Like
Jiraiya never came back.
Yeah, but that's because he was all by himself. But like. Naruto didn't tell, hey, Sasuke, real quick, I know how you have that magic bring back to life eye. Before we leave, you wanna bring back everybody real quick? Because they're all dead. Just help us out. But no.
Okay, I know, yeah.
Yeah, just let them stay there.
Yeah,
Remember hand signs used to mean something?
Yeah. No, we don't need those anymore. Also... There's this guy named Orochimaru.
What happened to him?
he's really, really powerful, and he was evil as far as I know, and he just left. And nobody cares.
And how did he know that in the forest somewhere there's a broken down shack that used to belong to the Uzumakis that no one's guarding, by the way, that has the way to undo the Death God? Two things wrong with that. One, there's no way in the world you should have known how to do that, because if you did, the Death God thing should not have ever worked on you, and you should have just went and gone and got your arms back in the 3 years after that.
Yeah.
Two, that was some bullcrap. Why is that conveniently there, and why only they know about it, and how come no one guarded it? First of all, if the third Hokage was taught the Death God move, pretty sure he was told about the mask. So why would you leave it there? In fact, you should just destroy it. Just destroy it. And why wouldn't it be so that only it should have been only Uzumaki can use it? That was stupid. That is just you just wear it and then you're good, and then you just undo all the sacrifices people did, and they just let him walk off. He's just like, hey, okay, thanks guys. I'm gonna take my spy. Evil. I'm gonna be evil now.
I'm gonna take my spy.
And Kabuto is he's not.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave.
Because remember, the only way to get out of Izanagi, all you have to do, or Izanami, is to accept yourself. Doesn't mean you accept a good self.
Yeah. Like, I accept that I'm a slimy spy.
And he did.
And he's done.
And he helped Sasuke because he wanted to make sure the giant evil man-eating tree didn't kill him. Let's be honest here. So they just walked off. Also, why are there still ninjas? The whole thing was all the villages were competing against each other for contracts to go kill people, basically.
Mm-hmm.
If there's peace, if they're all best friends, if they're not competing, where's the money coming from? Are they just paid to be on standby?
And maybe they're having war with the samurai now.
Which would have been cool had they said something. But there was just so many loose ends.
Why did the samurai only show up for a summit?
And we're
never mentioned again.
Or before. They just showed up magically, and then they were like, cool, we're done now. And then like they had that little mini story with Mifune and Hanzo, which was okay, but then they just never whatever. But hey, one good thing, one good spot. Shino he was the first person in chapter 700. He finally had the chance to stand out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sad. Okay. That's sad. I mean, it just...
Okay. Sorry. But before we go, I have to reiterate, because I hate Sasuke so much, that he went to war with the village his brother loved in the name of the brother who gave up everything to protect the village.
And he told him, I'm not going to listen to what you said. I'm going to do what I want to do. But you know why he did it, right? It's because he thought his last words after he said that was, no matter what you do, no matter what you become, I will always love you. Don't say that to him! He's stupid as all get out!
To
him, that's a license to kill! It's just not... What happened to Suigetsu, Kairen, and Jugo?
They
just were gone. They were just wiped off the map, just out of existence.
Wait, no. I think that they might have had like 2 panels, 4 or 5 issues ago. I remember seeing.
But as far as 600 or 700, they were just
they just weren't there.
And why would you do a regular sized chapter for 700? 700 needs to be like some 50-page chapter stuff.
And why is it that 700 doesn't tell you anything?
It don't tell you crap. And I know they say the movie is going to bridge the gap, but it's a 2-hour movie at most. It's not going to bridge the gap.
No. I mean, like, how many time skips are you going to have in this movie? Where, like, okay, right after the war...
Every 5 minutes, 2 years later, 3 years later. No. Why is Guy still in a wheelchair?
And everybody's like 30 now? No. Because, I mean, they have, like, unless the 16-year-olds all got busy right after that happened, and even then, like, Naruto's kid looks like he's, 8, 9?
Well,
so it's like 9, so he's like 9 years old.
Naruto The Last takes place 2 years after that, and they haven't even got together yet. So there's at least 2 years.
So then at least 10 years has passed since since all that happened. Okay, why is Guy not repaired? They gave Naruto another arm. You telling me you can't fix Guy's leg? Did they even try?
Well, I think like Naruto's little power when he saved his life, it rebuilt his leg. And I don't know, maybe he broke his leg again, like after maybe he had to train too hard. I don't know. But he's in a wheelchair. And still more powerful than most people, let's just be honest. Because you know he didn't stop training.
Yeah.
But it's just it's not good. You don't spend 15 years of your life doing something and end it like with a whimper, like you're limping across the finish line, which is what he did. And I don't know, maybe he just had enough and was tired. You know, I mean.
Also, there was a point in time where like the taijutsu in this manga actually mattered. Like people had ninjutsu and taijutsu, and they actually threw punches. Somewhere around like 550.
Wizard battle! Yeah. Wizard battle! I summon my giant Gundam and it fights for you!
These are ninjas, but they never throw a punch, they never pull a knife. I mean, on the game they do.
And that's why I liked Naruto in the beginning, was the fact that they did hand-to-hand combat with jutsus every so often, and it was clear, concise, strategic fighting with skill. That's what made me like the manga, was, it was something new. Because, I had just come, at that point, way back in the day, I had just come from Dragon Ball Z, which was just like, lines! And I'm like, oh look, they're actually doing stuff! And it was cool. And then it evolved into ninja wizard battles. Where they used to do this, now they just look intense, and then stuff happens. Remember when people ran out of chakra, and then it stayed that way?
Yeah.
I was like, no, LOL, just kidding. I regenerated chakra. I just did that. I choose to.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Orochimaru had to give Sasuke a power-up, right?
At which point?
And he gave Sasuke a power-up so he could take the body. So he could take Sasuke's body.
Right.
I mean, he gave him the seal so he could take Sasuke's body. And at that point, Orochimaru was more powerful than Sasuke.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to fast forward to the final battle where Sasuke hasn't got any kind of upgrades that we've seen. He doesn't have the seal anymore. He's just way more powerful.
Well, okay, here's what happened. Sakura speculated that during the years of training with Orochimaru, he was given a lot of drugs and false stuff to quickly enhance him. And he didn't have the cursed seal, but he did have Jugo's power, which is the same thing as the cursed seal. So he had that going for him. And of course, obviously, he just naturally gets stronger, whatever. Then, of course, after figuring out that he's Indra's reincarnation or whatever, he got that power up too, which gave him a magical, unidentified chakra boost. He got the Rengon, and he got some power that they never explained from the first Hokage. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we said yeah.
Which brings me to my number one complaint about all of Naruto.
The first Hokage being magic?
No. Unearned upgrades for Sasuke.
He trained for Chidori, and that was it. Oh, and then when he was 8, he trained to do the fireball. He's never trained.
No,
he's never
struggled. He's just got power.
Like,
lots of it. And for no reason.
Right. He'll be in the battle like, oh, I have Matarasu now. Let me just learn to control it and put it on Susanoo. Okay, I did it. I told you, Sasuke is the Superman of this manga.
No, because at least Superman even had like 18 years of growing up with his powers and figuring out how they worked. Sasuke just gets them.
How did he... Okay, here's another problem I had with the final fight. Rinnegan. You just got it. There's no scroll. You never went to school for it. How do you know all the jutsus? How do you know all the past? You weren't there during the pain fight. You didn't get all the intel from Konoha that know everything. You don't know that. How do you know all the jutsus? And why are you doing all of them with one hand sign? Or none at all?
Hate Sasuke.
So
hate Sasuke.
Much.
So,
gosh. And then what was Indra's arrow? What was different about that than every other normal arrow he's ever fired with Susanoo? There was nothing different. Nothing different. It was just a regular arrow. And then,
in case you guys haven't noticed, we're way past 10. Way past 10. But those other 10, those were the 10 that we thought were the top.
Didn't Indra's arrow clash with the Rasen Shuriken, or 2 Rasen Shurikens?
Yeah.
He threw them, right?
Uh-huh.
And Sasuke launched the arrow, right?
Uh-huh.
How did that explosion hurt them that bad from so far away? And then when they were falling like together, right? They were like that, right?
Something like that.
They fell together. So one's over here, the other one's over here. They go, fire laser, boom! And somehow it explodes and then contracts.
It imploded and created a black hole and sucked them both over there. I hate Sasuke so much.
And why did the Hokages leave without killing Sasuke? How did Tobirama go from being a hardcore Uchiha hater, which is the correct path in life, by the way? He went from that to being, let's leave to the kids. No. You don't overturn your entire lifetime of experience for 5 seconds of Sasuke.
Well, I mean, Sakura was willing to give up her whole life for 5 seconds of Sasuke.
And why didn't the sage, when he saw what was happening, when he knew the fight was going on, he didn't interfere and take the power from Sasuke and give it to Naruto, or just take both their powers? And then, did we ever see the conclusion of the sage? Did he ever just say, did he ever actually disappear?
No.
He just
kind of not there.
He might still be around. He never...
I mean, he can come back anytime he feels like it, so, I mean...
So anyways, guys, though, that's how we feel about Naruto. That's the top 10 things we hate. Plus,
so it's more like the
30, 50
like
more
25.
Let us know what really bugged you the most, because we want to hear from you guys. Now, I know we said we were going to be playing some Digimon. I played it and it sucked. So, no. We're not going to be playing any Digimon. So
we might we'll try to get to Korra on Friday.
Yeah, try to get to Korra on Friday. The Titan Marvel crossover is coming out on Saturday in Japan, which should be late Friday night for us. So if a nice scanlator out there decides to go out and buy it and get it to us, and we somehow are able to read it through magic, we will do a video on that on Saturday as well. Hopefully. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's a big maybe. But so yeah, that's this week. We got anything else we're doing?
No,
because that rage, I was lost in my rage.
No,
I don't even remember. I forgot we had a camera on. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just in rage mode. The rage is real, people. The rage is real. This is it for
this week. And unless something really, really important happens, we've only got the Korra video and the
5
Titan
minutes
video.
later, something super important happens. No, but yeah. So we'll be doing the Titan video for sure, and Korra maybe. I'm caught up on it. Walter's not. I have a lot of rage about the last episode with the showdown of Zaofu. That was some bullcrap. And when you watch it, the first thing you're gonna say is, "This is some bullcrap."
I'll
She is the worst Avatar ever.
I agree with that, and I haven't even seen it yet.
Anyways, guys, until next time, we've been your hosts, Kirby Kid
and Black Superman.
See you later, guys. We're done with Naruto. We did it.